Dire team ban.
Hello everybody, Briefcase here with another couple of games, or few games, what have you, from the Premier League. I'm hitting around the late teens now. I think the last games I did were March 18th, so this could be 19th, could be 20. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, we have Team Empire versus Radical Online Extremists. Both of these teams I am not particularly familiar with, and very interested to see if they will do anything a little bit more out of the ordinary. Of course, very regular bans going down. Nyx being banned as the first pick. Radical Online Extremists, I'm just going to call him Rox. Rox banning EO, as his name is now. But Wisp, Rox banning Wisp at the moment as well. Usually, very standard bans at the moment. Interested to see, excuse me, if they do have some sort of special or interesting play. I'd really hope for it at the very least, or some interesting bans as well. Very early ban for a Puck, perhaps. Rox very much favors Puck. I would hope so. All the while, Rox banning Bat Rider, and a very standard pick as well to ban. Anyways, Team Empire, wondering who they're gonna pick. Like I was saying, I'm not particularly familiar with both of these teams, and I hope to see some interesting play, some hopefully slightly out of ordinary play. That would really be what I would want.
10 seconds remaining.
Almost getting down into reserve time for them, and for anybody who has been paying attention, or at the very least looked at more than one of my games ever, I am getting the production quality is getting slightly better each and every time. I now know all the hotkeys, at the very least most of the hotkeys, for displaying information without going into any tabs and thumbing around and taking my sweet time. And now, I also figured out the hotkeys for Fog of War. So I know last game I was having a very hard time to describe things, saying, oh, this is what this ward can see, this is what this, and I was just guesstimating. But now, I will definitely know for sure, and I'm just a little bit excited about that, I must say.
10 seconds remaining.
All the while, it is absolutely beautiful outside where I live, and I am shut in my basement right now. That's fine, just fine, though. You got Team Empire picking up Keeper of the Light, one of the strongest supports out at the moment. Incredibly strong, does a lot of what Darkseer does, but slightly better in a lot of respects. Team Empire also picking up Darkseer and Queen of Pain. Fairly mobile, both. Of course, Queen of Pain, very good mid, blinking all over the place. Good at harassing, good at ganking as well, with that very strong, slow Shadow Strike. Just lasts for a very long time. All the while, Darkseer, of course, having Surge, very good at getting around as well. Keeper of the Light, once he does hit 6, can relocate people or recall people, and that is pretty invaluable in some respects as well. It gets more people into the team fights, especially with Enigma being here. He's going to want to be in most every team fight. Radical, or no, you can't recall from the other team. My bad, so sorry everybody. Rox though, getting Rubik, Gyrocopter, and Enigma. Would absolutely love to see this Gyrocopter not being played as a carry. That seems to be the standard play nowadays though. Most people pick him up for his rocket barrage early and his ability to flat cannon an entire team down late game. But I think the last game that I cast, I want to say it was Absolute Legends that played Gyrocopter as a support, and I absolutely loved it. Gave main carry position to Lifestealer, I think. That was a couple days ago or yesterday. I've been a little bit relaxed on uploading stuff. I've got, I think, 5 or 6 games coming in just today, and that's because Easter celebrations and beautiful weather have kind of put a little bit of delay on those uploads. I need to go into my school to actually upload them because they have that fantastic kind of giant business internet connection. And for anybody who lives in Canada, you know how bad our internet is. And without living in some specialized building in Vancouver, where they have like faster internet, or working in a business where I can do this sort of stuff, my upload speed is just so abysmal that there's no way to upload anything. And so it can become a problem, and I need to physically drive places just to upload, and it can be a bit of an issue, I must say. It does save me time, though, when it comes right down to it.
10 seconds
All the while, though,
remaining.
Team Empire banning Shadow Demon and Clockwork,
5 seconds remaining.
perhaps not wanting to let Rox have any more good team fight, or Shadow Demon is just a very, very strong carry in general, of course. Radical Online Extremists banning Lifestealer and Phantom Lancer, which I kind of like. Team Empire does not have a particularly strong or particularly normal main carry, although last game with Absolute Legends, I think, they did let Queen of Pain carry, and that was instead of Gyrocopter. And I think it actually worked out really well for them. Completely threw off the other team, pretty sure it led them to victory. I was really impressed and very happy with it as well. A little bit funner to cast, away from the standard norm that continues, where Gyrocopter is the main carry all the time. But either way, PL and Lifestealer being banned, those are kind of two main carries that are picked up quite a bit nowadays. Lifestealer very, very strong at avoiding lots and lots of stuns, can get most of his damage through without having to buy a BKB, and that's pretty essential early game, and gets even useful into the late game. Team Empire picking up a Bane as well, having... There is their stun, kind of lacking some pure disables in the past there. Queen of Pain, of course, Darkseer, and Keeper of the Light. No very, very strong disables per se, or stuns. They kind of have Vacuum a disable. Mana Leak is only, you know, some semi-reliable, I should say. Queen of Pain just with some slows and tons of front-loaded damage, but Bane is essentially almost two heroes worth of disables in his right hand there. Rox, and now all the while Team Empire banning Undying as well. It seems like they don't want to let Rox have very good team fight, or at least not more with Enigma, of course. Enigma very, very strong, will have Black Hole, and that could be enough to do some terrible damage. All the while, though, Magnus is still in play, still available, and with Team Empire having Darkseer, could be a good pick, as well as a good pick for Rox. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Magnus come out of here. All the while, Team Empire banning Luna. Or no, not banning. Picking up Luna. My bad. So sorry, everybody. Picking up Luna as well. There's their true carry. Very good anti-mage against anti-mage and Gyrocopter. To a lesser extent, Enigma getting rid of those Eidolons, but not really. No one cares. But standardly does get BKB. And I didn't even mention this. Anti-Mage and Earthshaker being picked up by Rox, and now Anti-Mage. You haven't seen him too often nowadays, but I suppose fairly good. Not too many disables on the opposing team. Of course, Queen of Pain can go tit for tat with him as far as blinking around goes, and now Bane will have a good disable, but overall, Anti-Mage is going to be fairly safe most of the game. Going to be able to blink away pretty much to his heart's desire. But let's go over who is playing who. We got Mila playing Bane. You have Scandal as Darkseer. The Resistance is Luna. 333 is Keeper of the Light. All the while, OP is Queen of Pain. Oh, Bill's perfect. Again, I'm just going to call him perfect. Perfect as Anti-Mage. Dread as Gyrocopter. Sharkfic as Rubik. Hardiv as Enigma, and Y'all as Earthshaker. So, looks like both teams going into each other's jungles. Of course, looks like Anti-Mage going to be taking the top spot. Gyrocopter opting to actually buy a Smoke of Deceit. I'm not sure if that was his or if it was just given to him. Does not matter, though. Y'all is around, does have Fissure as well. Could provide and might be able to provide a First Blood with that, with a really good trap. Is there anybody I want to use? No, there's not. If there's a Bastion one, he is always my first pick. But alas, not at the moment. Both teams looking to get that rune. Does not appear bot. Is indeed top an invisibility rune. And it looks like the Resistance just going to be babysat by 333. And more likely than not, Mila as well. Or Mila. Probably going to call him Mila. OP, of course, going mid, getting that early null talisman. Not sure how I feel about that all the time. It's been I'm not 100% sure why. I've been seeing lots and lots of pros do this. Who am I to say that they shouldn't, though? Here comes Milo, though. Does have Nightmare available when and if they ever need to. Looks like he, at the moment, is just leeching experience. Wonder if Sharkvic is taking note that OP does not is not gaining as fast as him.
Denied.
Could be, could not be though. Bane is here, has a nightmare. Wouldn't if he has it. There's the nightmare. Keep the light as well, just in time for Illuminate to get here. That was the whole point. Empire though, looks like he's gonna be able to blink in, and a good block. Sharkfic will fall. A nice first blood, and really giving Empire the lead already. And Sharkfic is right back into the action. All the while, Dread is here. Looks like he's going to have to going up against Darkseer as well, but these really nice pulls by Earthshaker, by Y'all, as well as Gyrocopter here, just to pull as well. Going to be making life very, very easy for Perfect and make his farm very, very easy. All the while, the Resistance farming up his little heart up top as well. Not an issue by any means. Darkseer actually foregoing bot, knowing that he can't deal with the amount of pulls, and even with Surge is in very, very scary position if he ever does go into the jungle. Gyrocopter looks like he hasn't even skilled up, hasn't picked a skill yet. Doesn't need to though. Probably has everything on quickfire in his brain. If somebody gets caught out and he's right near him, rocket barrage, if not homing missile, or if somebody's very, very far away, maybe a flat cannon. All the while though, looks like OP is battling Sharkfic for mid. Has actually gotten 2 in Shadow Strike. You do not pretty much ever see this. OP, or I should say Queen of Pain, usually... Oh, and not finding the rune up top. What a shame. Can't get it. Nothing is there. But you usually do not see Queen of Pains get Shadow Strike to a higher level. But I suppose now that OP knows that he's already winning mid and the amount of pressure he can put on with Shadow Strike, and the fact that Rubik does not have a good escape mechanism or that much regen, if OP can continue putting the pressure on,
Bottom tower is under attack.
Sharkfic will pretty much never be able to stay in lane, and I don't even think has a bottle yet, thus making bottle crowing not possible. Im runs Millies, really wants to get this Nightmare. OP is here and just gets it off. There's the Nightmare though. Looks like 333 smoking in, can't illuminate to get the Sharkfic killed. That's a-okay. All the while, bottom already falling. 4 heroes here. Eidolon's helping as well. Dread, Perfect, Y'all, and Hardiv are all here. And all the while, it looks like 333 going to be trying to illuminate everybody back. Do not want to lose this tier 2 tower this early, underneath the 5-minute mark. And with Illuminate, we'll make it a little bit easier. Fissure going down wasn't enough, though. All the while, a rocket is coming at him. And unless it's getting attacked right here, more likely not. There it is. He's going to take some damage from that rocket, as well as these range creeps. Not enough to kill, but that's fine. Just fine. All the while, looks like OP is doing fine. Now has a bottle. Going to be having almost entire rune control. Looks like Rubik does have his bottle, though, finally, and is bottle crowing. Hopefully, I want to see Rubik do some good steals. There's some nice, juicy things to get. Bane ult, of course, Fiend's very good. Illuminate, just good in general. An Eclipse could be amazing, not to mention the ability to get Surge, just very useful. Wall of Replica as well. But now, OP, there's that damage. He can't do anything, and I think she's skilling this up. Actually, has gotten equal. Maybe just wants to get that slow, but overall... I mean, Shadow Strike is an incredibly mana-efficient skill to be, as far as damage is concerned, when it comes right down to it. And now, going to be picking up this Illusion Rune, gets to blink in if he ever needs to, and has all the regen in the world, but Shadow Strike doing, what, 40 over 5 seconds? It's 200 plus 7, 275 damage at level 2. No. That's very, very high, very impressive, and really just wanting to put a lot of pressure. All the while, though, Perfect picking up a kill against Bane, no less. Looks like some good counter pushing going on by Keeper of the Light bot, but I don't think it will be enough to really get anything going. All the while, Hardiv is going up top, has the Eidolons, might have wanted to try to get a stun there. If he had gotten it, that would have been a lot of damage on Luna's head, but none the wiser. Does have Eclipse and Lucent Beam, and enough to do both. Very scary combination there, of course. Although OP there is chasing there. Sharkfic gonna fall again. Y'all is here to try to stop him. Does not have enough mana to blink. Is gonna have to use some bottle charges. I think they both realize they're both trying to figure out exactly where OP is gonna go. But there she is. And still there with those bottle charges. Will have enough mana to blink as well. And kind of just realizing... Rock's probably just realizing that they have no hope of really catching her. At least not with some good stun combinations. Maybe male face, but or male fist. Not sure how you say it. But overall, does not really matter. There we go. Getting some Eidolons out and just killing this camp. Thought he might be stacking it, but doesn't seem to be. Thinks he can kill it in time. Might have been a better thing. Might have been a better effort just to stack it, but oh well, we will see. All the while, Sharkvik having a very difficult time mid. The amount of pressure that OP can put on him now. With level 4 Scream of Pain, 300 damage, plus 275, and now a double damage rune. That's enough to really be terrified of anybody. And with no black hole on Hardeev, gonna be caught out. Doesn't even notice. Gets a male face down, jumps in, gets one scream. Isn't enough though. Can't get the shadow strike off. Y'all is here to help, and looks like he's just gonna be bottle charging and running away until Blink is off cooldown. And doesn't look like anybody's gonna be able to catch him. All the while though, all the while we have Rocks just protecting their courier a little bit. Empire OP probably does want it. Still has double damage though, and is still very, very scared. Deep in enemy territory, but doesn't matter. Doing 200 or 100 damage a hit, I should say. Might get caught out now. Runs away, getting Malefist. There is no Fissure to back it up. All the while, the rest of Empire is just laying in the wings and letting OP run away. It looks like Mila is here to stop that. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Does not, indeed. Tries to blink away in the last second. Can't happen. It's A-okay. 333 doing fine, just fine, all on his own. And with that, the Resistance is farming his little heart out. Let's look at a gold draft by not going in and clicking the button. Oh, look at that. You'd never know it because you can't see my cursor anymore. But I didn't have to go up to the top right of the screen and click it. I got my hotkeys. I also have an experience graph. Boom. Everything going not highly, but indeed in favor of Team Empire. And with that, lots of vision going on for Rocks, kind of more likely than not realizing that they can get ganked pretty effectively with Bane, with Luna, with Queen of Pain, no less. Fissure hitting both 333 and OP. All the while, though, looks like Rubik is having just the worst time of his life. Can't get away from Queen of Pain ever. Falling pretty much every single time. And with that, OP Empire has definitely cinched his victory in the mid lane. That's a nice courier, I must say. Ooh. It's got a fish and everything. Oh, sweet. Good stuff. The Resistance just farming his little heart out as well. Let's see. If I can remember right, net value is very high on this little game stats thing. So I think it's the third from the bottom, and that goes from Q all the way to I. So if that's the case, I can press Y. Net worth. Boom! Look at that. Powers the deduction. I'm on it. Boom. Net worth. Luna indeed in the top spot. Queen of Pain not too far, but Luna has had legitimate free farm the entire game, even going so far as to pull these camps, as you can see. Not too much going on. Anti-Mage also has it, but is 500 down from Luna. So with that, I will press Y again and get that out. Always gotta be, I don't gotta be saying it, but of course reinforcing it in my head exactly what's going on. Luna now has phase boots, now has drums. Of course, with that 5% move speed or a 10% added when he uses it. Is that a combined total for 15? Fairly certain. Along with phase boots, 400 at 65 when phase boots are down. Luna incredibly hard to catch now. The fastest hero in the game plus phase boots is pretty difficult to catch. All the while, it looks like Rubik really wants that rune. It is sadly not there, though. He's just going to be waiting it out. But Bane is here to nightmare him, just in case it ever did show up. All the while, it shows up there. Rubik, though, going to be caught out. Did steal Blink. That's more likely than not a little bit of why he was so willing to get completely out of position there. Just because with Queen of Pain's Blink, he is now level 7, can possibly do, or possibly won't fall every single time, because if Queen of Pain OP ever does blink in, a simple blink from him is all he needs to get away now. All the while, you have the Resistance going up against these Eidolons, just trying to farm them and doing so, getting a couple creeps worth of gold from them as well. Sharkfic doing fine, but doesn't want to get eaten up by Illuminates. A simple blink in. Ooh, just barely out of the range of that. Perfect positioning by him. All the while, Perfect has free farm going and going for that Battle Fury. Very good item, of course, on Anti-Mage. If you get it early enough, really, really increases your farm. Also helps you be able to not just be single target BS, but very good at pushing ability. Resistance is here. Has Eclipse with a Lucent Beam, enough to completely and utterly destroy him. Rocket Barrage isn't enough. Sharkfic blinking and trying to get the telekinesis. It looks like it did go off of cooldown, but perhaps just not fast enough. Illuminate now, hitting Sharkfic. Does not matter. Looks like he's going to be bottle crowing up. Yes, indeedy, he is. And with that, Bane is pulling top as well to bring that creep line just a little bit closer to home. With the resistance doing fine, just fine. And with that kill now as well, going to be having a higher net worth than anybody again. Let's see what we got. Let's go through them all, shall we? And I'll just hold on to Luna and we just see what the resistance is doing. You know what? Queen of Pain's got maybe a little bit more movement, a little bit more fun going on. So we will see. We got I for buyback status, useful as well. Gold per minute, of course. Y as well as net worth. Then we have T for current gold, kind of unnecessary. You do not see this used very often whatsoever. XP per minute, almost never see that at all. Hero level, kind of important, I suppose. Then we have last hits and denies, and this is usually a fairly good indicator of just how slanted the gold can be in these fights. 98 now for Luna, a good solid roughly 20 ahead. Oh, telekinesis and Maleface into Black Hole. Is he going to be able to live through it? Does pop his wand and blinks away and gets a haste rune, and with that will not, absolutely not follow that. And the kills, death, assist. Queen of Pain with 3 now. Very scary. Getting some very good farm from that as well. Not to mention some levels, I assume. All the while, you have Mila. He's got a rocket coming for him. A missile, I should say. Anti-Mage falls right into the Illuminate's path. Does not matter. Y'all is here. There's not enough damage to kill them all. OP blinks in. Gets stuck in some trees. Nobody can free him. Nobody's got an axe around. Nobody can eat any of those with some tangos. And just seeing it, he can't get a last-ditch minute Sonic Wave just to kill that. Who was it? That Keeper? No, wait. That Darkseer there. No, what am I talking about? Empire's on the Dire. My bad. That Earthshaker. Boom, that's what it was. Finally got it. All the while, Sharkfic does have Scream of Pain stolen, enough to be very scary for him. Levitate into Scream of Pain. There it is. Could be a Fade Ball. It's going to go after him. Will hit, but Fade Ball does not land. Don't think it would have been enough damage anyways. Might have been, though. Does have a magic wand available. Would have most likely than not popped it and lived. Still, though. And now lots of vision in the Radiant Jungle for Team Empire. If I press the amazing key of F3, it should work. Okay, it does not work. Yeah, there it is. Now you see you only get to see now the fog vision of Team Empire, but they see a lot of what's going on. Pretty much the entire jungle. They know exactly what's going on. A bunch of these low health heroes. Here comes Bane, who's gonna get caught out. Wants to get perfect. Wants to bait him in. Has a brain sap ready though. Doesn't have the mana for it. The resistance is here. Y'all though getting nightmared, and y'all will fall. Can't do anything about it. Resistance is here. Has Eclipse just to make sure it's actually level 2. Didn't see that. And with that, almost. I mean, that's three big kills for Team Empire, taking a very, very early lead. Let's get the smoke to, or not the smoke, the fogs to both teams again, just to see what's going on. All the while, Resistance doing very well. If we look at gold per minute, yeah, boom, gold per minute. Luna miles ahead of Anti-Mage, 160 gold per minute ahead, and I mean, already 15 minutes in, that is a massive difference when you're comparing these two carries. All the while, you have Scandal doing fine. Now has a fairly early mechanism, pretty useful in team fights, not to mention Empire. Or no, 333 only has Tranquil Boots. Thought he might have more with the farm that Illuminate can get you. Sharkfic, though, getting caught out. Everything front-loading on him. It looks like Mila is running just to make sure that Sharkfic doesn't get away. He's waiting in the wings just whenever they do get here. Puts down that very offensive ward. It is getting seen, though. Who is seeing it? Is there a gem? I don't believe so. There must have been a sentry around there at some point. Couldn't see, though. All the while, Mila getting a missile flying right at him. The Resistance can't do anything about it. It's outstripping them all. Enigma is here. Black Hole is going to be off cooldown. Resistance being caught out a little bit. They absolutely don't want to let him die. Big Nightmare, though. OP is here. Does not have Sonic Wave, but does have Scream available pretty shortly. A bunch of blinks. Hardiv popping a mechanism, doesn't matter, does fall, and with that, Empire is going to take even more of a lead, 13-1. Y'all, I don't know how he's going to get away. There's surges, there's ion shells, there's blinks, there's nightmares, and this has just been an absolute nightmare for Team Rox. There's the GG, 16 minutes in. Let's get rid of this gold per minute thing. Everybody disconnecting. I thought maybe that I would have to get some water during this. My throat's getting a little bit hoarse from all the casting I've been doing. Couple games, few games a day. But nonetheless, looks like that's a concede by Roxix. And so with that, Team Empire takes a very incredibly early lead in this series.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And so there you have it. Everybody heading home. Who is heading home? Of course, Empire. Darkseer does not want to leave just yet. Maybe get a little bit more form, up those stats just a little bit. But all the while, everybody's left. This will explode right about now for Team Rox. And so, thank you so much for watching, everybody. That was one of, if not the quickest game, probably on par for that one I cast about a week ago. And I can't remember exactly who that was between. But there you have it. Thanks for watching. This has been Briefcase bringing you the Premier League catch-up. You bet. Now it's one-on-one by Perfect and Scandal. Oh, Perfect! Going back to the tower, realizing that he can't deal with it. One illusion versus one illusion. Scandal's here. Ion Shell will be enough to kill it, but he doesn't have enough mana. One mana break. There it is. And Perfect gets it. Having a little bit of fun before the game's actually over. So sorry, I was about to leave. But there you have it. Empire takes an early lead despite Rock's anti-mage being able to kill Empire's Darkseer. Thanks so much for watching, and let's go into game number 2.